Okay, welcome back everybody. My name is Commander Crace. I am a long time Star Trek fan, all the way back to my father with the original series, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager. I loved Voyager. When I heard this game was being released, I was so excited. Now we get to play the demo. So, I've only just started the game, so the left side of the ship should be barely visible. I will keep it up a little bit for you. Just so that sometimes when you record it's a bit darker than it should be. So let's have a look at this. So we'll create a new profile I already have with listing. You are the captain of the Federation starship Voyager. Manage your ship crew, plot a course through procedurally generated star systems. Good, so it's different every time. Your unique ship build and decisions you make will reshape the story. Looking forward to it. And again, it's only a demo, but it's definitely worth a first look. I don't even know anything about it. I know the type of game that it is, but beautiful. Today we embark on a mission to locate a Marquis vessel that disappeared into the Badlands. Starfleet intelligence believes the terrorists have acquired dangerous new technology. My chief of security, Tuvok, is undercover aboard the ship. I haven't received communication from him in over a week. The Badlands are treacherous. I can only hope he's safe. I do hope they voice this in the full release. In the meantime, I have a starship to prepare for launch and a crew to assemble. Looks beautiful. I'm loving this. I do like the Intrepid class. Speaking of which, final two crew members. I missed that. I seem to have a few introductions to make. So, yeah, I was too enamoured by the ship to read it, but I hope you guys caught it, because I certainly didn't. Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Ensign Kim, you're fresh from the academy, ready for your first deep space assignment? Reporting for duty, Captain. It's an honour to be here. I hope I live up to your expectations. Unbelievable. Ensign Kim, I trust you've already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer, a former Marquis pilot who will help us search the Badlands for the Marquis vessel. With all due respect, ma'am, observer is hardly a title befitting my talents. I'm the best damn pilot in the sector. Call me Pilot Extraordinaire Ensign. The Marquis? Wow, I've had a lot of stories about them. Relax. I was with the Marquis only for a few weeks before I was captured and sent to a lovely little penal colony in New Zealand. Prison? Enough chatter. All hands, this is the captain. Report to your stations. Helm, take us into the Badlands. Maximum warp. Very cinematic. Love it. And yeah. So, a treacherous region of space where violent plasma storms can cripple even the most advanced starships. Janeway observes a swirling chaos on the view screen, a subtle smile playing on her lips. She's ready for the challenge. So are we. Scanners are picking up another vessel in the system, Captain. It's your time to shine, Mr. Paris. Any idea where your former colleagues might be hiding? Yeah, they do look a little... I mean, it's grey, you know who they are, apart from this guy sitting at the front. So, I wasn't exactly Marquis of the Year, Captain, but they did prefer underground bases, remote planets, and... Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading incoherent Tetrion beams scanning us, and a displacement wave heading towards us. So, a colossal wave of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager, its power dwarfing anything the crew has ever seen. With no time to analyse the threat, emergency measures are initiated. Oh yeah. Then off to the Delta Quadrant. Spoilers. Evasive maneuvers. No effect. The wave will intercept us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. Oof. As the crew regains consciousness, they find their bridge in total devastation. Twisted metal, sparking consoles, and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. What the hell just happened? Oh yeah, look at that. It looks great. Damage report. Hull, deck damage, transporters are offline, and we're receiving casualty reports. No shit, Sherlock. Bridge to sick bay. Doctor, I've got injured crew on the bridge. The doctor's dead, love. We're losing systems across multiple decks. The deuterium tanks are empty. Warp core's gone into grey mode. We're on reserves. Barely. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Scan for the nearest source of deuterium. External sources are external sensors are offline. Stellar cartography must be down. Voyager's blind, Captain. Janeway into engineering. We need stellar cartography back online now. And now we get to the game. So, welcome to the tutorial. Click on the question mark icon on the left of the screen to revisit any tutorial. Some additional tutorials will pop up during gameplay, but automatically appear on the list. Fine. Stellar cartography. So, let's have a look around. Borg nanites, gel packs, science points, dilithium, deuterium. I'm assuming deuterium? Deuterium? Yeah, whatever. Energy, batteries, geranium, tritanium, food, and that's the crew. Okay, activate stellar cartography by switching the power on. So we've got -12 out of 20, so we've got plenty, and 2 crew, which we've got 14 left. So we can definitely switch that on. Sensors are picking up something out there, but what Harry is trying to stammer is we're not in the Badlands anymore. The caretaker. So, what is that thing? Where are we? Our sensors are working. We just jumped. If our sensors are working, we just jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. Ow! Captain, life support systems are failing. This array will have to wait. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Find a deuterium source. So, scan points of interest marked with white question marks to reveal resources. Activate the stand. Okay, that's the one we just done. Fine. Five cycles, 6, 7. I mean, the chance of it, we might as well just go around and see. Scan it. Oh, it is there. Okay. So deuterium is fuel. Geranium, titanium, essential for construction and repair, so the hull, things like that. And crew. This approach is you can choose between different approaches with different risks and outcomes. Different colours of the chance bar represent possible outcomes. Okay. Excellent. Good. More rewards like extra resources, morale increases. Average can include minus setbacks, bad and terrible, so orange and red. Outcomes provide low rewards and medium to major setbacks like destroyed rooms, hull damage, severe injuries. Excellent. But there will be those choices, no doubt, where you'll have no choice. So, set costs. Can you zoom in? Ooh. Is it a dice roll or is it predetermined? That's my question. Biscuit for a biscuit. Oh, Captain, the dense gas interfered with our sensors. We collided with a floating starship within the cloud. Mission outcome bad. But did we get any? Yes. So we got some anyway. Can we move the camera? I'm not entirely sure how to maneuver it properly yet. Imagine we can just come out and come back in. Okay, so collect a sortitarium to change warp core to tier 1. Scan it. That's geranium. Geranium. See, I'm trying. So the yeah, hold on. Okay, cool. So you can move it. So where's the keys? If you hold them, sort of move. It sort of does, sort of doesn't. Okay. Deuterium. So, Captain, we found an abandoned ship adrift in space. It's powered down but structurally sound, with sealed storage compartments. Yeah, open it up. Oh, okay. Destroy the vessel, salvage. Okay, yeah, do that. Captain, we can now deactivate grey mode. Ready to increase warp core output. So, the warp core is a reactor that powers the ship. Yes, we know. Depending on the reactor level, you produce more energy. Increase the power output by selecting the main engineering and switching the warp core to higher tier. Energy levels returning to normal. Now, what about this thing, the array? Can't tell. Our scanners detect the marquee vessel next to it. Hail. No response. Okay. Scan. No one aboard. Scan the array. Several life forms on board. Is one of them Vulcan? Not sure. Signals are weak. Okay, we'll just have to see for ourselves. Transporter repaired and ready. Gotcha. If the powers get us to do a geranium deposit, we need to repair the transporter room. Fine. There is one right there. Yep, do it safely. 37. We now have all the geranium we need. Perfect. So, standing by to repair the transporter. So click on that, click on repair. Back online. Cycles for the array. Fine. Huh. Let's go to the array. Let's just follow it. I might do another video just fucking around, I don't know. But we'll do what it says for now. That's like a little death clock. Nice cinematic, love it. Enter Kim and Mr. Paris, get ready for your first away mission. Okay, so away missions present a series of challenges. Heroes possess skills and traits. Fine. Select heroes with mission skills for your away team. Well, we've only got the two, so quick-witted, pilot, and so recommended trait, pilot, quick-witted. Well, that's what we've got, so that's handy. Okay, so decide on the approach and select the hero to complete the challenge with the appropriate skill. If the skill is lower than the requirement, the success chance is displayed. Okay, Captain, we have materialized in the middle of a cornfield. It's eerily similar to Earth, but something's off. Any suggestions of what to do next? Look for any footprints or scan for life signs. Screw you. Tricorders, no helpful readings. Harry and Tom wander aimlessly, feeling increasingly lost and disorientated. Just as they are about to give up hope, they stumble upon a farm with working people in the fields. An old man sits on the porch of a nearby farmhouse, strumming in his banjo. So, after a challenge, participating team members are fatigued and the skill values are reduced. Let them rest. This old man seems harmless enough. He might know what's going on. How should we approach? Let's go for try to read his body language. Discreetly observe the old man, trying to analyze his body language. Something feels off, like he's putting on an act, but they can't quite put his finger on why. The old man seems perplexed by their presence, muttering about Tom and Harry being early, and it is not their turn yet. He invites them to stay on the farm and wait, offering them some fresh corn cobs. Select more than one hero for the challenge if they possess the required skill. If the accumulated skill value is equal or higher, you have a chance for a critical. Okay. So what does a critical give? So the old man isn't much help. We'll try and find the marquee ourselves. There's a large barn. The tricorder readings are off the charts. There's definitely something strange about it, especially that back wall. So we could do that. And that's requiring 40. We've only got 19, so this is yeah. I mean, it wants us to do this one. Didn't get the credit though. Disrupt the energy field, causing a flicker in the air before they can break the illusion. The people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools. The old man appears and reveals the barn is an illusion. The back wall dissolving to show a bluish glowing room where unconscious people, including a tattooed man and a half Klingon woman, lie on surgical tables. Sometimes you have to make major decisions that have large influence on how the story proceeds. The decisions are marked with a golden outline. Okay. So these people must be missing marquee. They are being held here. We must get them out. Fine. We can... I mean... Yeah, okay. So... We've only got 20 deuterium. So it's going to have to be this one. Wake up the Klingon woman. Yeah, why not? Oh, crap. So, Harry sprints towards the half-Klingon woman, hoping to rouse her, but as he reaches out, the old man stops him, a look of concern. Before Harry can react, a blinding white light fills the room and everything goes blank. We get 300 for that, nice. And level up, excellent. Successful challenges times 2, 100. Critical success 75, no injury bonus 100, sector 1 total. So that's a lot of power we've just got. That's going to last us a while. So, Captain Janeway anxiously awaits the return of their away team, and Harry Kim unexpectedly materializes behind her. What happened on the array? I'm back on Voyager. What happened over there, Mr. Kim? We lost contact with you for several hours. Hours? We were there... Well, we were just there, right? No Tom. Seems like he's still on the array. I hope you have a hidden piloting talent, because we're short. Captain will be hailed by the Maquis. Starfleet, I don't know what you did to our commander, but I can still ram this wreck into your precious starship. Ram us? One of our own is also missing. It would make sense to postpone the ramming until we're all accounted for. Does that sound reasonable? We're beaming over. Oh, great. Guess who's coming to dinner? Despite Janeway's invitation, the arrival of the Marquis crew is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. Welcome back, Tuvok. So don't play games, Starfleet. We're armed and ready to defend ourselves. Oh, you chill, love. I wouldn't have it any other way. Glad to have it back, Tuvok. Likewise, Captain. Miss Torres, I must inform you that I was assigned to infiltrate the Marquis. I never liked you, Vulcan. That is unsurprising. I assure you I perform my Marquis duties to the highest standards. Patach. You win some, you lose some. Let's focus on bringing Mr. Paris and your commander back. His name is Chakotay, and we can't get back in that easy. They're sealed and their communications are cut off. Tuvok, get down to engineering and find a way to bypass whatever's jamming our communications. Report back as soon as you have a solution. Okay. Ship remains critical. Repair protocols are imperative. We require resources and engineering and the engineering office to mobilize additional workforces. Okay, cool. Prioritize life support, secure core decks, and restore Deck 5 functionality. First to gain access to the engineering office. Okay, I can do that. So repairing rooms. To be able to supply power to the room, you need to activate the life support unit. Each life support unit costs energy. Plan accordingly. That's the holodeck. Life support restored on Deck 5. Engineering office is now accessible. And of course, it's a mess. We'll have to fix it. Fine. Can dismantle. Repairs in progress. To completion, it would be logical to scan all planets in the system and gather more deuterium and uranium. Well, I already know. Oh, sweet, you can hold the button down, it just goes there. That's handy. Engineering office is done. Into the ship. Fully operational. We will now have additional work to team to carry out 2 tasks simultaneously. Okay, cool. So it's that's an upgrade. Well, technically they're all upgrades, I guess. Logically, we should focus on Deck 2 and the mess hall to ensure the crew's food supply. Maintaining their physical endurance. This requires reactivating life support. Yes, of course. The morale bar shows current morale. Okay, cool. Keep an eye on that. Life support restored. Access to mess hall is now possible. It sustained extensive damage. Emergency rations are currently deployed. After repair, the crew can access replicator rations. Repairs in progress. 3 cycles. We should address our crew accommodation. Ruined room must be cleared to create room for residential. Ruined rooms, I'm assuming that should say. So it's heavily damaged and many parts are destroyed. Beyond repair. Assign a work team. Perfect. While we're at work, we finish collect more resources. Yeah, do it safely. We really could do with it. 21. That's quite a fair bit. Debris field. Let's go this way. So, mess hall is now completed. Can we get in there? We should switch to replicator rations now. It would enhance crew well-being. Okay. Replicator rations now issued. You can really go right in. That's really cool. Okay. So there's an overview. Available energy. Deuterium stock. So we've got 18 cycles before entering forced grey mode. Oof. There's the upgrades. Okay, cool. Ah, one cycle left, that's why. Okay. Yeah, it's ship. So, removal concluded. Build some new crew quarters. Okay. To build rooms, select the room and choose. Borg technology. There you go, crew quarters. Oh, okay, that's cool. Each room requires personnel to operate. Keep in mind. Okay, fine. Call the caretaker. Array's jamming signal has now been neutralized. We should be able to establish communication. Hail. Who says, why are you bothering me? Oh, it's you. Why are you back? You don't have what I need. It's the old man with the banjo. His form is entirely different compared to how he appeared on the array. Well, yeah. Captain Janeway, the Federation starship Voyager. We mean you no harm. We just want our people back. Your people are no longer here. They might have what I need. You'll just have to leave them. No chance. No point doing that. They're not there. Tell us where they are. We are entrusted with their safety. Their families and friends rely on us to bring them home. They are our responsibility. Perhaps that is the case, but I have no time. There just isn't enough time. Time for what? You're stealing my time. Don't you understand? I don't have time. Not enough time. We've been cut off. Fine. You're used to talking it out back home, but out here, next time, let me do the talking. Your methods might have worked against Cardassians, but this is a different kind of adversary. I agree. I fail to see how this spirited debate will help us locate our missing crew members. Perhaps a more logical approach would be beneficial. So it seems that Delta Quadrant is getting into our heads. What do you suggest? The array has been sending out energy pulses towards the fifth planet in a neighbouring system ever since our arrival. Given the lack of information regarding our missing crew's location, investigating this planet appears to be the most logical step, which is where we'll run into Neelix. Best lead we have. Thoughts, Miss Torres? We're stuck with each other, Janeway. We work together or go our separate ways. Fine. Set course for the fifth planet of the neighbouring system. Let's find our people. I'm not finished here yet. So, the sector's map shows the entire sector and several star systems. Either channel directly, or you can scan. Okay, so detected a small debris field scattered across a wide area. Appears to be remains of a vessel. Maybe we can find something. Use the trap needs by competitive. Yeah, do that. Average. Huh. Construction report. Good. Lower decks. Yeah. So we are full. This little planet down here looks really interesting. So, Captain, we're receiving a hail from an unidentified vessel. I mean, it's not going to be bad, so... Requesting assistance. Yeah, do it. Nothing bad's going to happen. Okay. No. Scan that. I need to adjust the quarters. And do that. Correct. Yeah. Let's go to the sector. Ocampa. I say fuck the Ocampa. I wanna go home. Go to the debris field. Does it show where we are? Yeah, we don't have enough for the 597 anyway. Yeah, we lost 203. Maybe we should have done that after. Okay, orders. Continue. Beautiful. Let's see what we have. So, following the caretaker's energy pulses, Voyager discovers a desert planet with a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Are Tom, Paris, and Captain Chakotay perhaps being held? We didn't find Neelix. We would have found Neelix by now. Check the energy impulses. They're consistently targeting a single location, a barren piece of desert. Recommended awaiting. The interval between each pulse has decreased. Yeah, because he's dying. So the entity said he's running out of time. Whatever that means, we better hurry. Do a scan. M-class planet, no ocean, no river, nothing. There are settlements. Strange but intriguing. Let's go. There's Neelix. A small ship is approaching, hailing us. There he is. So, a peculiar alien with a mischievous grin greets Voyager from his chaotic vessel. Neither Starfleet nor the Maquis have ever seen such a species. Perhaps an inhabitant of the Delta Quadrant. Yeah, well, yeah. Way to narrow it down. Greetings, looking for something on this dusty old rock? Did we find anything? Never seen a ship like yours, let me guess. You were whisked away from somewhere else in the galaxy and brought here against your will. Sounds as though you've heard this story before. Well, hundreds of times, maybe 50 times, but the caretaker has been bringing ships here for months now. The caretaker? That's what the Ocampa called him. He's probably snatched some of your crew too, right? Likely down on the planet. It's a tricky place, dangerous. You could use a guide, but of course a guide needs a little, you know, compensation. Yeah, that sounds fair. To be honest, I've had it rough recently. Those pesky void voles have been nibbling away at my supplies. Some food and water would be most welcome. If you can find us our missing crew, you can have all the food and water you want. Deal. So. Ah, you can focus on the ship using the middle mouse button. Nice. Very nice. Rebuild Voyager and explore the system, or skip cycles until Neelix is ready. No. Let's see what we can do. We've got 20 phase control. Science laboratory seems quite important. Torpedo bay, look at the detail. Look at this. That is mental. Workshop. Oh, it's the shuttle. Ah, no, we can't repair anything there. What about? Yeah, let's see what the workshop does. 3 cycles. Do I want to go there? Yeah, go on then. Might as well do this little cluster. Reduces crafting time. Okay. Why not? Someone's calling us. Okay, so we detect a small debris field. I mean, max 60. Do it. Nice. Very nice. Caretaker's calling. So, what a delicious meal. A culinary masterpiece. I've never encountered such a tangy but comforting, smooth, yet vibrant concoction. What was it called? Tomato soup. Ha. I'm something of a culinary wizard myself, you know. My Alfarian hair pasta bowl is widely known for its bold, mouth-watering tastes. Mr. Neelix, I'm pleased you're enjoying yourself, but we need your assistance now. Ah, yes, your missing crew, right? Scan the southern continent and look for a range of dead volcanoes. At the foot you'll find a Kazon Olga encampment. Kazon. That's the word I was looking for earlier when we saw the first debris ship. Kazon what? One Kazon sector many. They control parts of the quadrant. They're a bit difficult, but with the right approach, even they can be reasoned with. I thought you said the Ocampa had our people. Well, the Ocampa do have your people. It's just finding them is a bit tricky. My old pal Marj Jabin, the Ogla leader, might know where to look. He's a nice guy, bit gruff, but he owes me a favour. Ask for more information. Anything else we should know? Water's a precious commodity. The Olga, they mostly get theirs through trade, so a little liquid diplomacy would go a long way. Fine, send another team. Send the away team, let's go. And take the botanist as well. Two Vix transporter accident would be great. So it is survivalist, which we don't have. Okay. So, the rating materializes in a small valley between dead volcanoes. The sun burns down on them mercilessly. The air is hot and dry, and sandy wind whips into their eyes. So, our trigoders are malfunctioning, probably because of the energy impulses. How do we get our bearings in this dust bowl? Survivalist. Struggle through. Go for it. Okay, so we passed. Good. The away team pushes forward, battling through strong winds and low visibility. Finally, they emerge onto a ledge with a clearer view of the surrounding area. In the distance, they spot the Kazon Ogla settlement. However, the wind is picking up and a massive sandstorm is approaching from the south. So, sandstorm is heading our way. We need to find cover fast. Okay, build a temporary shelter. It's cheaper. Critical success. The waiting quickly gather rocks, woods, constructing a makeshift shelter. They huddle together as the sandstorm rages around them. After what seems like an eternity, the storm subsides. The away team emerges, slightly battered. Oh, so that's what you get, not what you spend. Sometimes certain approaches and away missions bear additional risks. Dangerous approaches are marked by a danger level indicator. Can result in injuries or fatalities. Nice. So we've reached the settlement. How should we approach? Take that one. Passed. Good. Neelix bounds forwards, greeting the Kazon Ogla in his usual boisterous manner. The women and children seem to recognize him, but their expressions are skeptical rather than welcoming. The men approach cautiously, weapon in hand. A tall Kazon emerges from the settlement, Jabin, their leader. At the sight of Neelix, his face darkens. In the background, a badly bruised young woman who looks nothing like a Kazon, more like human with pointy ears, peers around the corner. Seems like the Kazon don't find Neelix's charm as he led us to believe. How should we approach? We can definitely pass this one. Slim chance of passing. Demonstrate strength to keep him at bay. Do it. Nice. Passed. The display of potential force seems to impress Jabin. It explains the Ocampa live underground. Their access controlled by the caretaker, who also provides their only source of water. As proof, Jabin points to the bruised woman he is holding as a slave, explaining that she is one of the few who managed to reach the surface. When suddenly, Neelix grabs a phaser, points it at Jabin, and demands the Ocampa girl be freed. Things are getting out of hand, Captain. We should retreat. No. That's got the best chance. I'm not risking it. Kaz recruited. The away team raises their hand in a gesture of peace, slowly backing away while choosing their words carefully to calm the angry Kazon. Jabim, though furious at Neelix's impulsive action, recognizes the away team's intelligent attempt to de-escalate the situation, allows them to retreat, though his eyes burn with anger. Nice. More than gratitude. So safely back on Voyager, Neelix surprises the rest of the away team. Surprises the rest of the away team as he and the rescued woman kiss passionately. How deep does the relationship between them go? Didn't I promise I'd save you? Okay. I knew you would come for me, my love. You lied and endangered my crew. That's not how we build trust, Mr. Neelix. You wouldn't have done it otherwise. Well, you might have. He was desperate, Captain, but I understand. I want to repay you and your crew for saving me. As Devin said, the access to the underground city is controlled by the caretaker. There is a tunnel, but the caretaker sealed it with a security barrier. We may be able to transport through the barrier if it had the slightest breach. A transporter signal amplifier would be necessary. Kez, can you help us once we've located the breach? Of course, least I can do. What do you know about the caretaker? He's provided the Ocampa with food, water, energy, and protection from the outside world. Any idea why he does it? Or where he comes from? Nope. We do have stories and legends about him, but they're just stories and legends. Why did you come to the surface? Strong pull to explore the world beyond the city. I yearn for the freedom to discover new things and learn more about them. Well, you got a lesson, didn't you? Seeing my people so dependent on the caretaker, unable to think for themselves, it was unbearable. We were once a people who had full command of our minds' abilities. How'd you meet? I met Kez while trading with Kez on Olga. They enslaved her, but she was kind, even to someone like me. I had to get her out. Bought me gifts, made me laugh. He was a good thing in that terrible place. We fell in love. I admit I used you, Captain. I apologise, but I'd do it again in a heartbeat. At least you're honest. Someone gets started on the transport signal amplifier, and Kez will go to sick bay and have you examined. Beaten and bruised, probably. Repair the science laboratory. There you go. What's blinking? So, laboratory repaired. We can start researching the signal amplifier. Oh, so this is the research. In progress. Good. Our fuel. Tech tree to research new upgrades. Okay. To start production, we need to repair the workshop. I already did that. We can start production on the signal amplifier. See, there's thinking ahead for you. Get that, Bill. %42 room efficiency. Let's go. combat. Rotate, yeah, Borg. And we get Borg. Man, I cannot wait for this game. I cannot wait. Right. Research any tech. Okay. So combat, science. Nothing to do on the science. Crew. Hull reinforcement. Plasma torch. Cleaned ruined rooms give 25% more resources. We're going to be doing a lot of that, so that's not bad. Store surplus energy from the warp core. Can temporarily provide up to 50 stored energy before the grayed out gets activated. Small battery compartment. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think we're going to need that quite yet. Hydroponics, food, every 10th cycle by growing plants. Increased morale gain after one battle. That's not terrible. Shame we can't do any of these. Okay, so what would be better? We've got hull reinforcement. I think plasma torch for now. Just getting more resources when we're clearing rooms. Okay. Major problem brewing down in engineering. Deuterium levels are critical. The ship won't last long without a refuel. If we don't locate a new supply soon, we'll be adrift in space with no energy, no life support. We need to act fast. Yeah, we can do that. Nice. The crew is happy about the fulfilled promise. So, course. Yeah, take the 451. Okay, we're nice and happy. Repair and activate sick bay. So, where's the workshop? One more cycle left. Okay, good. It would be wise to make haste. Yeah, I'm actually inclined to agree. Can't stop where you're going, though. Okay, engine and sick crew. Emergency medical hologram. With no options available, Captain Janeway activates Voyager's EMH. A shimmering figure materializes in sickbay, ready to provide critical care. Yeah, with a sour, bitter taste in his mouth. Please state the nature of the medical emergency. I was a bit heartbroken that he was in, that he's part of Starfleet Academy. I really loved the whole story thing, but it feels like a bit of a sellout for the EMH, to be honest. So, our CMO is dead. We have to take care of the sick bay and this patient. No need for concern. I'm capable of treating any injury or disease. Broken ulnar, a few minor bruises and grazes. Nothing I can't handle. You're in the most capable hands, young lady. That's very kind of you, Doctor. I expect you to do your best, Doctor. Do my best. I'm programmed for optimal medical care. What else would I do? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a patient to attend to and a sick bay to reorganize. Good. Might as well do this while we're here. Oh, 35. Nice. Plasma torch is done. Let's get that. Small battery compartment just gives us a bit of a buffer in case we run into problems. Oh. Only unbroken promise. I don't know which one. It's only waiting. So Kaz is going to have to go. Let's take... yeah, I mean... yeah. That works. Yeah, that works. We can do all of the challenges with different options. That's good. So you're filling these bars up with the people that you choose, and the more of these you can fill, the better the mission's going to go with the choices of the people. So near the tunnel entrance, Kazon already there, tinkering with the security barrier in frustration. As soon as they notice the away team, they reach for their weapons but hesitate. Don't let them buddy you up. Captain, the Kazon seem to be more cautious this time, but they're ready to attack. Fucking fuck them up. So we can definitely do that one. Use transporters, making a harmless object appear, causing a distraction. High chance for a crit. Yep. Small plant into the Kazon camp suddenly appear. So the sudden appearance of the green object causes confusion and alarm, allowing the away team to slip past. So we've reached the tunnel entrance. Use the transporter signal amplifier now. Do those two. Just do the one. So the away team deploys the transporter signal amplifier, carefully scanning the barrier for vulnerabilities. They locate a small breach. They successfully transport themselves through the opening and into the tunnel. Beyond the barrier, the tunnel opens into a breathtaking sight. Embedded into a large cavern, a futuristic environment with smooth white walls emerges in front of the away team, glowing in a warm light and lit with patches of green. We're inside the Ocampa city. A maze of streets and chambers. How should we proceed? We have to do that one. So, Kez approaches a group of Ocampa, respectfully asking for assistance locating the missing Tom and Chakotay. So the Ocampa, touched by our concern, eagerly provide directions to the medical facility. The away team eventually finds their crew members, awake but disorientated, surrounded by strange medical equipment. Chakotay instinctively reaches for a weapon, but before any confrontation can occur, the ground starts to shake. A message from Captain Janeway cuts through the joy of reunion. The caretaker has apparently repositioned itself and is now firing at the tunnel entrance. We need to get out. We can do that one. Oh, crit. Nice. So, clears the path through the collapsing tunnel, using their phasers to blast away debris. They dodge falling rocks, collapsing ceilings, ensuring everyone escapes safely. Soon they reach the exit, the security barrier, the only thing standing between them and the escape. The tremors are interfering with the signal. The connection is constantly being interrupted. We can't beam out like this. Or we can do any of those. So, the team analyzes the tremors, interference patterns, and quickly recalibrates the signal amplifier to compensate. Transport signal stabilizes, allowing the way team to lock on and beam. Lots of level ups. So, Tom Paris breathes a sigh of relief, while Chakotay eyes the Starfleet rescuers with suspicion. The Marquis commander struggles to understand this sudden alliance, because we're a million light years from everywhere, pal. Captain Chakotay, welcome aboard Voyager. I'm Captain Catherine Janeway, and Mr. Paris. It's good to have my pilot back. No champagne, not even the replicated. So, I'm Commander Chakotay of the Marquis. Torres, what's going on? Long story, Chakotay. Short version, we're stuck on Federation. We're stuck with Federation sycophants in the Delta Quadrant. And we share a common goal, getting back home. Anything you learned on the planet that could help us? Yeah, ask what they learned. Naive, friendly, don't get out much. They wouldn't survive if they did get out. They've been living underground for longer than anyone can remember. Our ancestors lived on the surface once. Ancient journals tell us the caretaker opened a deep chasm and led us underground. Any idea why? Oh, I know why. They invented the warming. The day our surface turned into a desert. On that day, the caretaker appeared and built our city. Since then, he has provided for the Ocampa. How selfless. So the caretaker's focused interest in the Ocampa is illogical. Must be a reason. Anything about the caretaker? He's been acting out of the ordinary, abducting people. He increased the power supply to half a decade and destroyed the tunnels. Sounds like he's preparing for something. Ask if they know why they were sent to Ocampa. So he might have what he needs. Can he make sense? We woke up covered in scabs. The Ocampa said they were sent away to prevent some kind of plague. Except we weren't sick. They also mentioned the others, the same disease, but they didn't last. They died. I want you both in sick bay now. Okay, cool. Unusual. It appears to be cellular disruption caused by the introduction of foreign genetic material. Their bodies are rejecting it rather violently. They are fortunate. A few more days and the cellular disruption would be fatal. Why the foreign genetic material? Good question. Appears to have been introduced deliberately, though why anyone would want to inject themselves with incompatible DNA is beyond my comprehension. What do you think, Doc? Started the treatment. Full recovery. So, there's enough evidence to form a reasonable hypothesis. So the caretaker provides the Ocampa with a mere 5 years worth of energy, then destroys the access tunnels. In addition, he frequently mentioned running out of time. So the caretaker has sustained the Ocampa for millennia. Why this sudden urgency? My conclusion is that he does not intend to continue his role. The Doctor's discovery further confirms the caretaker is enacting measures to safeguard Ocampa for as long as possible. and will run out of energy eventually, so he seeks a successor, someone to hold, someone who holds the key to their survival, a compatibility with the caretaker's DNA. It explains the abductions and subsequent testing of individuals. I don't know if they did that in the movies. He was just giving them enough energy to last for 5 years so they could find their own. How the hell are we supposed to get home? We have to return to the array before it's too late. So, Captain, given the caretaker's reluctance to cooperate, a more assertive approach may be necessary. If the overgrown energy bob won't send us home, we'll blast our way out. Phasers, torpedoes, the whole shebang. I believe a better tactical planning is in order. Shields first, then phasers. Yeah, so we've got a cargo bay. Phaser control. So we'll get the torpedoes done first. Clear the debris. Well, not 418s, okay. Whoops. So let's do the shield generator. Cargo bay, 5 cycles. Shield generator's done. That's the torpedo bay. Wow, that's what a shield generator looks like. Okay, so we've got all of them. Hull reinforcement. Just in case we get into a scrap with K's on. Which is what happened in the series, of course. Okay, phase control room is ready. Let's show the quadrant what we're really made of. So, enter the ship. The crew is happy you fulfilled a promise. 100 morale. Good. That looks so cool. Okay. So energy loss report. entering grey mode. The warp core is shut down and only emergency power is available. Most rooms will be deactivated. Shit, we're gonna get screwed. Continue. We're gonna get beaten up. Yeah. I knew that was so we don't have any of our rooms available because the phasers and shields and whatnot are shut down, so we need to talk our way out of this. The lead ship is hailing us. Probably not calling to chat. I'll have our marquee raider manned. You'll have support if this turns into a fight. But let's see what the Kazon have to say first. Back for more, are you? I don't think your silk tongue will work this time. We care about getting home, Jabim. We'll beam over to the array and see if we can arrange that. Oh, I'm sure you have another fancy speech prepared for the entity, but I won't allow it. You haven't got a choice. You'd rather talk your way into getting what you want. This is absurd. We have no intention of challenging you. I'm not as good as you think. The array's power is mine. Jabim, we can discuss this like two civilized... He's disconnected. Powering up weapons. Battle stations. Each combat encounter you may choose up to 3 heroes to utilize their specific strengths. Okay. Oh, we're hugely... Coordinated attack. Arcing maneuver. Evasive maneuvers. I mean, there's not... I can't believe they're better than us, jeez. Okay, the Voyager will fight semi-autonomously. Fired automatically, torpedoes manually. You control the ship by opening the command menu and deciding how to approach the enemy. What are your orders? Objectives: defeat Japan and his fleet. Okay. Complete tutorial steps to continue. What are your orders? There, E. Order your ship to try and attack or defend with either defensive or offensive movement. Fleeing requires enemy engines to be damaged while surrendering cost resources as a form of payment. You can also repair damaged subsystems. Proceed to offensive movement. Take his weapons offline. Okay. At any point in combat to give new orders. One of your shields is dangerously low. Switch to defensive actions. Shield down there. Area's abilities can be activated by either selecting them. Yeah, okay, fine. Increases Voyager's rotation speed and boosts weapon damage. So, what do you do? Double phase of power. What do you do? Basically, there's no fuss about that right now. Okay. Basically, it was for you. Torpedo incoming. So, keep going for his weapons. Um, 20-second cooldown. And we're getting hammered. So, significant damage, seals are down, and underlying systems is damaged. Guess we have to repair. Their engines are getting screwed. So we win. Okay, as close call, we got our crew beamed off in time before the radar exploded. You're strong, Captain, but there is strength in numbers. I have called for reinforcements. This array will be mine. Well, I don't know if I must say. Hail the array. Aren't you persistent? We need you to send us back where we came from. He can't. He doesn't have any energy. I must complete my work. Protect the Ocampa. If I don't, the Kazon will steal their water. They won't be able to survive. Did you ever consider allowing the Ocampa to care for themselves? They're children. Children grow up. They need challenges. Maybe the Ocampa are stronger than you think. Send us home, bitch. You dragged us into this. You need to send us. Janeway wasn't bluffing. His reinforcements have arrived. I could try to access the array's systems to transport us to the Alpha Quadrant. Time is up. If you leave, the array will be left to the Kazon. They will annihilate the Ocampa. You must destroy it. We'll be stranded. Protect the Ocampa. Fuck the Ocampa. What is right and what is easy? So he fades away, collapsing into an inert crystalline form. Return home. He's gone. Closing in. Protecting the Ocampa would violate the Prime Directive. My responsibility is to the crew. We're going home. Success chance 60%. You're abandoning the Ocampa. Do it. Primary control systems. Transit program. The array is ready. Janeway makes a call. Voyager will return home. Tuva activates the caretaker's technology, and in the blinding white light engulfs the ship. Uncertainty hangs in the air. Will it work? Will they make it back? Time seems to freeze. Voyager materializes in the Alpha Quadrant. The familiar stars are welcome, but the joy of returning home quickly fades as Starfleet and Maquis meet eyes. Just moments ago, they were allies, united by a common goal. Now back in familiar territory, the reason for their alliance has vanished. We actually made it. You abandoned the Ocampa, Janeway. Just left them to the Kazon. Another powerful enemy preying on the weak, just like the Cardassians. I won't apologize for putting my crew first, bitch. If you remember, the only reason you and I formed this alliance was to get our people home safely. And now we're back to being enemies again? Is that it? You're going to hand us over? Yeah, fuck it, arrest them. I respect what you've accomplished together, Commander, but my loyalty belongs to Starfleet, and your crew will be detained. Starfleet will always be Starfleet. Bastards, we fought side by side with you, and now you've saved your ship. We helped you get home. I can and I will. Tuvok, escort the Commander and his crew to the brig. Aye, Captain. Commander, if you please. You talked about unity, about working together, always the noble heroes until it's inconvenient. You sicken me. With all due respect, this isn't right. They helped us get home. They saved my life. We can't just imprison them. Don't disagree. I understand your notions, but you're out of line. I expect you to remember your place and follow orders. Oh man, I'm a badass. Janeway acted in accordance with Starfleet protocol. It was the only logical choice. But does it mean I'm heading back to the penal colony? No. No, we're keeping you, buddy. A certain pilot with unique skills might find himself back on Voyager sooner than he thinks. I'll show Starfleet what this pilot extraordinaire can really do. Well, gentlemen, it seems our adventure has come to an end. Mr. Paris set course for Starfleet headquarters. It's time to report in. And for a coffee break. So, Captain, you've reached the end of the demo. You've escaped fate and brought Voyager home again against all odds. A peaceful return, but you've missed out on all the exciting adventures and discoveries the crew would have experienced otherwise. Yeah, but it's a... I'm going to save that for the real game. I've already wished listed it, to be fair. Okay, folks. That was a cool... what do I think? I think... I really hope that they voice... I don't care if it's not the voices of the people that... of the actors from the original game, from the original series. But I really would like it voiced. Reading all that out is a pain in the ass. So, subscribe if you're new to the channel. This game will most definitely be coming to the channel when it fully releases. But that's it for now. Please don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. My name is Commander Grace. Signing on.